1 million people are expected to attend this morning's victory parade for our world champions, San Francisco Giants. KTV's Claudine Wong is live along the start of the parade route. Good morning, Claudine.
Good morning. Yes, lots of activity out here. Let me tell you where we are. We're on Spear between Market and Mission Street, and there's a lot of activity going on with, this is the staging area. So you see one of the floats moving backwards now that has a replica of the Golden Gate Bridge on there and a baseball underneath it. There's several different parade floats that have come out here this morning. When you pan down to this, I'm not really sure what this one is. I'm guessing that maybe that sends all the ticker tape into the air and we get that gorgeous shot of all the orange and black in the skies over Market Street this morning. That's just my unofficial guess this morning. I want to take you to some video of Market Street, though, this morning, because that's where people are already lining the streets, making sure they get some very good shots, very good views of what is happening. We talked to a woman who was there in 2010, and she said she learned some lessons from that about where the best spot is to actually see her favorite players.
I did, but I walked the parade route really early, ended up at Civic Center, and didn't see a thing. So this year, I'm not missing a minute. We went to 49 regular season games this year and every postseason game, and just are so thrilled for the Giants.
And you know, a lot of people we talked to out here this morning have said they learned something from 2010 when the Giants had the parade through San Francisco. Civic Center, obviously a fantastic place to be, but a lot of people want to just get up close to the players, and that's why they're down here at the start of the parade, just to make sure they actually see some players. There are some other differences. Players on cable cars in 2010, they're on regular convertibles now. If we come back out here live again, now that this float has moved back, we can get you a great shot of one of the floats making its way down Market Street. So again, we have seen crowds lining the streets over on Market. They're actually lining the street here on Spear just to kind of get a look at this, the floats coming through and just getting into the flavor and the fever of the Giants. If you want to get a front row seat, you might want to start heading down here now. Live here in San Francisco, Claudine Wong, KTVU, Channel 2 News.
All right, you heard it here. They are already lining the streets. More details on the parade. Take a look at the map. It does start at 11 o'clock this morning near San Francisco's Ferry Building. It will go up Market Street, turn on McAllister, then wind up at San Francisco's Civic Center Plaza.
All right, our time is 6:04. Don't forget Muni, BART, Caltrain. They're adding extra buses and trains for you this morning. And here's some advice. Buy round-trip tickets. So it'll save yourself some time. The Golden Gate Bridge District adding extra ferries for you. And if you do plan to drive, remember, Market and Mission Streets are going to be closed from the Embarcadero to 9th Street from 9:30 this morning all the way until 5 o'clock this evening. And just a little bit later on, KTVU's Tara Moriarty will have a live report on all of the transit information for the Victory Parade. Well, police are going to be everywhere today for the parade, trying to prevent a repeat of last Sunday night's public rowdiness. And police have already made an arrest in a high-profile bus vandalism case. This Chronicle photo, this went viral. You see that man in the Giants outfit smashing a steel barricade into the windshield of a bus. That happened near 3rd and Market Streets. Well, only on 2, a KTVU viewer sent us this cell phone video of the incident. Some tips led to the arrest of 22-year-old Gregory Tyler Grannis of San Francisco. He has now been booked on felony vandalism charges and also destroying a passenger transit vehicle.
We are just hours away from the start of the Giants Victory Parade, and fans are early making their way into the San Francisco area. KTVU's Tara Moriarty joins us now from the West Oakland BART station to talk about how transit agencies are dealing with the crowds, and I guess they're already packing into the trains, Tara.
They are. You know, we've seen a steady stream of orange and black since just before 4:30 this morning, and I just snagged these girls who were headed on into BART to get you. Have you guys purchased your tickets?
We did purchase our tickets,
okay,
yes.
Smart ladies, because they've been having some problems. They had some problems 2 years ago. They think they've got the kinks worked out, but that's good because you don't want to be waiting in those lines.
That's why we got here about 5 hours early.
What time did you guys wake up this morning?
About 4:15.
4:15.
Yep.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, it's worth it.
And then what is your plan of attack? Where are you guys going to head once you get to San Francisco?
We're just going to play it by ear. Follow the crowds type of thing. Yep.
I'm pushing for Coffee Bean. Coffee Bean.
If we can push our way through the crowd to get to Coffee Bean.
And then is this just an all-day affair?
Yes, we're going to make it to an all-day affair.
Okay,
Hopefully
great.
see some players.
Yeah, well, you guys have a great time. Are you guys going to just wait a little bit before you board a train, or are you going to jump on right now?
We're going to jump on and get there as soon as we can.
All right, have a great time.
Thank you.
All right. And as we mentioned, there were some problems 2 years ago with some of the ticket machines. They were broken down because they were so full of money. So this year they're going to have some cash-only tables set up. Oh, and just behind us here, we've got another big group of Giants fans. You guys headed out to the parade? Yeah. See, so we got a lot of folks out here that very bright and early who are making their way onto BART. So if you haven't left yet, it's probably a good idea to do so and grab a seat early.
News this morning, 1 million people expected at the Giants World Series Victory Parade in San Francisco. These are live pictures. Look at that float right there. Now, the parade starts at 11 o'clock this morning, but diehard fans, they're already out there, staking out some of the best spots along the parade route. Now, this is the staging area. This is Market and Mission Streets. Now, the parade will end at City Hall. That's where a main stage is already set up. Now, that stage is filled with orange and black championship banners. You see them. Some of the Giants fans got up extra early, hoping to maybe see their favorite players.
We want to see Crawford. He is way too cute. I know he's married, but we thought we might have a chance.
You heard that? Well,
he's ready to have a baby, too, by the way.
Well, what can I tell you? He will be there today. We know that much. And Brandon Crawford will be joined by his other fellow players and teammates, including some of the Giants legends. Willie Mays and Willie McCovey will be there. San Francisco Mayor Ed Lee will be there. Former Mayor, now Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom will be there. And former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will be a part of the parade, among many others. Now, more details about the parade itself. It begins at 11 o'clock this morning near San Francisco's Ferry Building. It will go up Market Street, turn on McAllister, then end up at San Francisco's Civic Center Plaza.
Giants fans, as we've seen, already packing onto BART trains this morning. KTVU's Tara Moriarty is in West Oakland with the changes that BART made after lessons learned from the last big celebration. Tara?
Yeah, well, we're starting to get little bursts of crowds here. Giants fans have been trickling in over the past 2 hours, and behind me you can see there's a little group of them there standing in front of the ticket machines. And we were up on the platform earlier and saw a few trains chock full of parade goers. They knew that it had to be done in order to snag a seat along the parade route. And it is still early enough that you can buy a ticket with no lines, but it will not stay that way. 2 years ago, during the first World Series parade, BART officials say some machines broke down because they were too full of money. So this year they have emptied some of those machines and will have cash-only tables at some stations. You're out here early.
Oh, yes, I get there early, good seat, or good position for the parade.
Where are you going to position yourself?
I'm not sure yet. I don't know if we'll get the beginning, the middle, or at the end. I'm not sure yet. I won't know until I get there.
Now, extra BART trains will be running this morning. AC Transit, Caltrain, and Golden Gate Transit have also extended morning peak service. And if you have to get to work today and you rely on transit, take an earlier bus or train, as those will get crowded early. And it is 6:30 right now, so your time is sort of running out. And back here live, you can see folks trying to figure out how to buy their tickets. And it does kind of back up a little bit, so it really is a good idea to use your Clipper card, maybe, if you have one. And we will stay here throughout the morning and let you know how things progress and when it starts to get extra crowded. Live from Oakland, I'm Tara Moriarty, KTVU Channel 2 News.
San Francisco District Attorney George Gascon warns the city will come down hard against any unruly behavior.
You come to San Francisco, you assault our police officers or our sheriff, our deputy sheriffs, you break our property, you torch our buses, or you live in the city and you do any other stuff, and you're going to face the consequences.
Police arrested 36 people Sunday night, 24 for felonies. 9 suspects are expected to be arraigned this afternoon. The charges range from firing a gun to assaulting an officer. And as we reported earlier, police have also arrested a man on charges of vandalizing a bus. Officers are vowing to make sure there are no problems resulting from today's parade.
Our trains and buses for today's Victory Parade in San Francisco. Muni, BART, Caltrain, they've added more service. The Golden Gate Bridge District also running extra ferries. And you're advised, in order to save time, buy round-trip tickets.